Sci-fi films are a staple of cinema. While these films tell stories about futuristic technology and take place in other worlds, they can still tell stories that are introspective and have strong social commentary. So on today's episode of Movie Night, I'll be recommending movies and shows in the sci-fi genre. Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey is considered by many to be one of the greatest films of all time. Streaming on HBO Max, 2001 explores the evolution of mankind, from the time that we were apes up to our expeditions into space. There isn't much of a story or characters here. Instead, 2001 is an experimental film that uses imagery to display its themes through clever framing, editing, and special effects. 2001 fully trusts its audience to derive its own meanings from the film. It doesn't hold your hand and try to explain its themes to you. While you may not understand it on your first viewing, it'll leave you with plenty to talk about and decipher, leaving you to want to rewatch this film to understand all of its hidden meanings. Sense8 is written and produced by the Wachowski sisters, mostly known for writing and directing the Matrix trilogy. This Netflix original series follows 8 people from around the world. They all discover that they are a different species of humans called Sense8s. They have the ability to telepathically communicate with one another, share skills each have developed, and experience each other's emotions. However, they are now being hunted by a corporation that sees their abilities as a threat. Sense8 takes full advantage of its premise in fun and unique ways. As you watch the show, you'll grow attached to each character and sympathize with their struggles. The show shows people from 2 completely different countries finding similarities and learning to empathize with one another. It comes to the conclusion that despite our different backgrounds, all humans feel the same emotions and go through the same struggles. And while this is a show about people from different backgrounds empathizing with one another, this is still a Wachowski show and has some incredible action sequences. Each character has a unique talent, and some of that includes martial arts and proficiency in car chases. Possessor leans more into the body horror aspects of sci-fi. Streaming on Hulu, Possessor follows an assassin who kills her targets by taking over someone's mind and body and using that person to kill her target. On her latest mission, the assassin is unable to escape the body she is hosting and fights for control of the body. Due to the fact that there are 2 minds fighting over the body of an individual, this film gets very surreal and at times can be nightmare-inducing. Many of the sequences in the film feature the 2 minds fighting over control of the body. These scenes are flooded in red lighting and have some horrifying imagery to look at. This film questions the humanity left in its protagonist. As she continues to kill more people, she grows distant from her family. She loses the parts of her that make her human and becomes more of a sadistic killer. The gore in this movie isn't glorified, but rather shows the coldness that the protagonist is feeling. This is a film that will shock its audience and leave you terrified. And there you have it. Some great sci-fi shows and movies to watch at home. Make sure you join us next time to find your next binge watch.